Trump is added again with these tariffs. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky. And yes, we have to jump right into it. I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. I want to provide you the data, not just opinions. Effective immediately, Trump has said on Truth Social, any country doing business with the Islamic Republic of Iran will pay a tariff of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States of America. This order is final and conclusive. Thank you for attention to this matter. That was today, just a few hours ago. I wanted to look into this a little bit deeper and ask, hey, what are the different, trading partners that could receive some form of impact by this? Who is Iran doing business with? Iran includes China, UAE, Turkey, India, Iraq, Pakistan, and Brazil. Again, I think it's important to understand that if this does stick, which I really don't think it will, nonetheless, if it does stick, what countries could be impacted, what companies are ran out of there that then can also be impacted by this 25% tariff. I think it's impeccable timing because Trump is adding and slapping Iran with a 25% tariff, and that is just 2 days before Trump is supposed to stand trial against the Supreme Court. He even took it today where he said President Trump warns that the U.S. would have to pay back hundreds of billions of dollars if the Supreme Court ruled that his tariffs are illegal. It would be a complete mess and almost impossible for our country to pay. What? How is it impossible for our country to pay, Trump? I thought you said we've made trillions of dollars. You said we've made, not we're going to make, right? We've made trillions. We're super rich. But now we can't pay back a few billion that we've collected. Again, it's the inconsistency. I think it's very important to call out someone when they are saying something, but then quickly change their energy or their tone when things are going against them. On this Wednesday, the Supreme Court is supposed to rule if Trump's tariffs are illegal. And if they are illegal, as this stands, then yes, he will have to pay back and possibly be sued by a lot of these different countries. It would be a huge hit to the Trump administration. The reason I'm sharing this with you is regardless if you're pro-tariffs or not, this has been a very unique scenario, how Trump has now been trying to do things of possibly getting rid of now federal income tax and also supposedly offering stimulus checks that are funded by tariffs for the average American. Literally only began to announce all of this just moments before the Supreme Court was going to rule against his tariffs. I think it's really to sway the American people who are uninformed to believe that Trump was doing this all for their benefit. It's very simple math. You would need over $650 billion to offer these $2,000 stimulus checks to not tap into printing money. We haven't collected $650 billion, so it would literally be impossible with the money we've collected so far. Literally just doesn't make sense, yet alone covering the income that we currently collect from federal income tax, which again, we're nowhere close to even with tariff revenue. So again, he says one thing, but then obviously does the other. Now again, I voted for Trump. There are things that he has done that I do agree with. This is simply not one of them. He is saying things that are completely out of pocket. Again, I hope that you can be an individual enough that regardless if you voted for someone, it doesn't define who you are as a person. There's a lot of people that you care about that you're not going to agree with every action and decision they make. It should be no different for these politicians because that's what Trump is. You don't know the dude, so why would you blindly follow him? It just doesn't make sense. The thing that I also wanted to share with you is that Treasury Secretary Bessent also warned that President Trump and the criminal investigation into Fed Chair Powell made a mess and could hurt financial markets. Well, no crap, Sherlock. There is no question that if you begin to really question the integrity and the independence of the Federal Reserve, literally just months before Jerome Powell is supposed to retire, then at that point, there is no separation of power. I think it really just shows, this is just a terrible look from Trump. It just shows how incapable he is of being able to control himself and his inability to accept that the Federal Reserve is not doing what he wants, because he wants the Federal Reserve to cut rates more, but the Federal Reserve doesn't need to because they are focused on two things: price stability when it comes down to inflation and the labor market. And you cannot cut rates without hurting the inflation rate. But the labor market is already cooling and or picking back up. So there was no reason to cut rates aggressively more than what was expected if the data does not support it. And fortunately, during the government shutdown, there wasn't really enough data to go off of. So again, if it sounds complicated, it's because it is. It's not as simple as someone might lay it out to be. In my opinion, and that's all it is, Fed Chair Powell has never been very outspoken about his opinions and his political preference. So I just think it's a very terrible look for the Republican Party that is now targeting a guy that has been doing his job, doesn't really speak out ever, and now had to take it publicly and stand his ground. It is not a good look for the Republican Party, and it is definitely not a good look for Trump. But again, this Wednesday, we will find out. He's just adding another, case to what he has to manage. And we'll find out if the Supreme Court decides if they're going to approve or deny his tariffs. And then on top of that, 25% tariff that he's slapping Iran. And then, of course, the ongoing investigation that he slapped Powell with. Other than that, again, it was a pretty uneventful day for myself. One of the decent trades I took was CoreWeave, but not really. I only made $500 and I closed out the trade. I did take a loss on MicroStrategy and I lost $2,400 on that. So overall, lost about $1,900 on the day. But like I've shared with you guys before, I love to share both my green days and my red days with you guys. Again, my LPP team, they get to watch me trade live every single morning. They get to see all of the good trades and all of the bad trades. They are the only team that I work with on a closer basis, and they are the only team that get to watch me trade live every single day. If you want to kick off 2026 by being able to have access to these daily live sessions, it's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We have members that signed up back in 2018 that still have access to it today. So if you want to join, second link in the description down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that I did a decent job breaking down the scenarios that were going on today. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.